25 years. It has been 25 years since this game series has come out. Now, for me as a child, in around 2008, I learned about this series, and honestly, it's been a pretty fun ride overall. Got a lot of good Pokemon games in the series overall, one of my favorite being Pokemon Black version 2. And there's also the new remake of Pokemon Diamond coming out. Brilliant Diamond. Very nice. So to show my love for this Pokemon series, I'm going to go and show all the Pokemon games that I personally own. One game that I don't own, that's my brother's, is the other Pokemon game that was recently released. You know, Sword and Shield, greatest games of all time, I know. To start off with a bang, instead of me showing y'all my original Pokemon Fire Red or Pokemon Blue version, I got this to show y'all. It's great, I know, it's fantastic. This game, I got this on Etsy, you know, a great eBay website. It's called Pokemon TPP version, Red Anniversary Edition. And basically, the only real reason why I got this thing was that one, it has randomized Pokemon in it, and two, this was the only way I could really get the original version in some sort of fashion. You expect me to buy an old Pokemon game that I probably would barely touch for around $70 with a corroded battery, most likely? Yeah, no, I'm just going to go with the one that is similar to the old Pokemon games, and that'll be it with me. Honestly, I really do think that this is a nice Pokemon, I guess, version to have of the original Red and Blue. But yeah, this works on Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and all of that great stuff. I want you to remember as the video goes on, this is the biggest it is. And for me, I have pretty big hands, as you can see, and it pretty much fits in the palm of my hand. And that's pretty good, especially for something that came out in the 90s. Like, for a portable game, that's pretty good. The next game in the series that I own, Pokemon Sapphire. Honestly, to know that this one holds not only better graphics, but more Pokemon in it, and yet it's half the size of the original cartridge, that's pretty cool. And that's one of the things I love about technology, is that you could see the development, and somehow they make them smaller than the original. Like, how does that even work? This game came out in about 2000 and I'm gonna say 3, because 4 was the next one that I owned. But yeah, it was around that time, but it could have been 2001. I'm gonna be honest. No, Crystal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Crystal was the one that came out in 2001. 2003, this came out, but then next year they started to make the remakes that we know and love to this day. Next game is Pokemon Fire Red. Now, sadly for me, I don't own the Leaf Green that I bought, and I think that was the new remake they made instead of remaking Blue again. And I thought that was a pretty good game. I'm just sad that most likely it's either lost or it got thrown away. So that this is all I got. Another side game that I have that's also for the Game Boy Advance, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. And I can't exactly say that I care for this game. I mean, I know that it apparently has good dialogue and stuff, but yeah, I'm not really interested in trying to get into any Pokemon dungeon games or anything like that. The next game, obviously, I already showed this at the beginning, being Pokemon Diamond version. And honestly, like I said, look at the size difference. And yet, it's also thinner. I mean, really, like Game Boy Original to Game Boy Advance, you can see that they're about the same size because they were meant for the same consoles and all that. But look at that. That is so much thinner, and I have no idea how they were able to do that. Moving these games aside, there was another game released alongside Pokemon Diamond version in 2007. Pokemon Battle Revolution. The Wii got some love for Pokemon, and this is a pretty good game overall. I mean, the announcer, I cannot get sick of that man's voice. Honestly, he has such a great voice for Pokemon. I can't exactly say that there's an announcer now, but most likely it's probably the same guy. But yeah, this was the original console game at home that I originally owned. Got this game back in 2008 as well. Like I said, 2008 was like the year I really started to get into games. But yeah, and then when we look inside, you gotta love that two-color Pokemon disc. And guess what? This game came with a manual. And as you can tell, it is thick with a lot of instructions, colors, just so much goodness. And you also get official artwork. Beautiful, I know. Truly sad that nowadays, when it comes to gaming companies, when they add a manual to a physical copy of their game, it's like, oh, so good. Now we're going on to some of the side games again, and really it's only this one that it looks really bad, but that's supposed to be Pokemon Ranger. Oh my god, this was me and me being stupid, but yeah, I can tell you this is Pokemon Ranger. I tried this out, but yeah, the best thing I could do is write PR on the cover of this cartridge. Now we gotta go into one of my favorite remakes, and honestly, I think this is gonna be the best remake we have. The new Pokemon Brilliant Diamond is as good as this game. I'll honestly be happy, but mostly at the same time, my nostalgia is gonna take over me, so I guess it's gonna be a win for Game Freak either way. Pokemon Soul Silver. Soul Silver, that is such a great name. Honestly, I love that name so much. And with Heart Gold, that is just so brilliant in my opinion. But yeah, overall, I would have to say that this is pretty much the best Pokemon remake that there can be. Not only do you get the nice graphics and all that, you got a button that you can touch on the touchscreen that makes you run automatically. And in some games, something like Xenoblade Chronicles, you press up on the D-pad and you automatically start running. That one's also good. But just having a button that's like, oh hey, if you want to automatically run, you can just press that button and then you just push on the D-pad and wherever you want to go. And yet for some reason, they never brought that back. I don't know why, but Game Freak. Why not? Get rid of stuff that was good in the old games, and then whenever a new game comes out, just have something else in it. This game is also where they had 2 regions, and yet for some reason, they never decide to go back to that concept. I have no idea why, but hey, there's still a few reasons why the newer games have a bit different content, but at the same time, a whole region. I mean, honestly, for them to say that the original game was on a cartridge like this that could barely hold one region, I don't know how they did it. And obviously, it's not the original Game Boy cartridge that they used, but you get what I'm saying. Like, this thing could barely hold like a sound clip of someone coughing. And if you really want to know what I mean by that, I mean, watch Noodle's video. And even though he talks about an NES cartridge, it's basically the same idea. But yeah, you should go and check him out. Yeah, moving on to 2011, probably my overall favorite Pokemon game that's not a remake. Pokemon White version. I mean, honestly, I would have to say my original favorite Pokemon that came from this version, Pokemon White version. Now, I would have to say my original favorite Pokemon came out of this version. It was Sock. And honestly, when I first found him in this game, I was like, what the heck? Because it was known to be in Pokemon Black, but somehow I got Sock, and I was like, bruh, I got Sock, nice. And also, like, the moving sprites and everything. Honestly, I would be down for to have another Pokemon game sprite base. And like how they moved and everything, it just looks so nice. And not only that, they fixed the HP from Pokemon Diamond, because if you fought against a Blissey in that game and you use close combat, it's going to take at least you a good 50 seconds in order for that health bar to go all the way down. So, pretty much a pretty good improvement if I do say so myself. Yeah, and it also has a lot of great music. I mean, I remember just fighting N for the first time and I was like, bruh, this music's kind of kicking. And it was pretty nice. And I was really young, so I didn't know what ass was. Yeah, soon after that, they then soon made another one. And it was a direct sequel. Pokemon White version 2. Excelente. I would have to say the character designs in this game, I didn't really care for them, to be honest. I mean, I did like the new characters that came in, but the characters, like the character you control, and then the new redesigns for your two old friends, they're all right. But yeah, not going to complain about that because weirdly enough, Pokemon White had all of its Pokemon be original. And this was the second game I pretty much played. While this game, it was like, oh, let's add in all the old Pokemon with the new ones. And honestly, I'm still kind of happy they did that. But yeah, for me, I would have to say if I had to choose between these two, I would have to go with the white version just because it was the original one. Huh? Pro Era, why aren't you showing off Pokemon Black 2? Wasn't that your original version? And no, weirdly enough, I originally got Pokemon White version 2. Both of these creatures, if you were to choose the box art, because box art as a kid was like the biggest thing to you, you couldn't go wrong with either one of them. I mean, Pokemon White versus Black, I mean, I liked the black monster more, so I got White, but then Black and White 2 gave you either the white one or the black one. And weirdly enough, for some reason, I went to the store, and yet even though I had Pokemon 2 of the white version, I was like, let me go and buy another one. I then bought another one, and just, I don't know why I did it, but one of the things, as you can tell, like for an example, Pokemon Diamond, Pokemon Soul Silver, these games I got originally when they came out. Weirdly enough, Soul Silver I got before eating KFC, and for some reason I can remember that. The Pokewalker I found at one point, but then I lost it. But hey, I lost this game too, and I am so glad I still have it. But yeah, the reason why I don't have the plastic covers for these, my dad just. Oh my dad, I can't believe that guy! To be honest though, it wasn't entirely his fault, but I really wish he didn't do it. We had basically a stack of these games all in a pile in our closet. And I'll take a photo of the closet itself, but basically they were all stacked in a corner perfectly as they were. And they were just chilling there, just being itself and all that. It's the same thing with my shoes. I leave them in like one section of the house, both together, and just like my dad likes to clean up. What he did was he threw them all away into the trash they went, and for some reason I had this game kept in my drawer because I was like, I don't want to put it in the pile. Let me just put it in my drawer. And I am so glad I did that because honestly, like this is one of the two games plastic covers that I still own, and the other one was from my cousin. So yeah, this is the original one that I bought with my own money, and it still has all the nice instructions, all colorful and all that, even though it's not really. It just need help with installation. Installation, what the heck? Now I'm just looking at this. What kind of installation do I need for a Pokemon game? But I'm not gonna care. Wi-Fi and this thing. I never got to use these. I bought so many of these games, and these codes are now worthless, and that just really, really makes me sad because not even newer I just can't even speak anymore. Plastic covers, something like Nintendo Switch games or Xbox and PS4, they don't come with any kind of paperwork pretty much. They only come with the artwork and the game itself, and that's about it. Nothing else, and it's just really sad. This just shows me the era of like the DS because thankfully, like I said, this is literally all I have left of the DS era that is rightfully mine. But yeah, now we are moving on to the 3D versions of Pokemon, and we're going to start it off with Pokemon Y. I can't exactly say I remember too much about this game. I mean, I was definitely excited for it. The original game I got for the 3DS was Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, and then soon the Pokemon game was going to be released, and I was like, ooh, a new Pokemon game. And this one was going to be in 3D. The only thing I can remember is the fat guy dancing that's a part of your group, and that just annoyed me for some reason. I have no idea why, but yeah, get it, why? But yeah, basically, I would have to say that was still a really fun game to play. Oh, and another thing I just remembered, that Team Flare, when you were in that building in the desert and you had to go around the whole building just to do a whole 360 up until the point where it was like, oh, you can't go here. You have to go all the way to the left, counterclockwise, and then finally get to the point where you need to be. And then they had some stupid hero. Oh my god. I had no idea where that was going. I'm just remembering stuff about this game that I really don't like. But yeah, it was the two characters, the blonde guy and then the girl. And basically they were like, "Oh, you somehow defeated the villains before us. Wow, it's crazy even though we're the heroes and all that." And I'm just like, are you serious? Are you really trying to disguise yourselves? And I don't even think the anime even showed that off. Maybe they did, but I don't get why they were a part of the game at all. I really don't. Yeah, like I said, first 3D Pokemon. Oh, and I just remembered another thing. The mansion with that weird dog Pokemon, and then you had to like chase him into a corner and all that. It wasn't annoying, but it was really stupid to do. And I'm like, why am I doing this? And I can't even remember what it was for. So yeah, this game, I can't exactly say it was really anything special to me, but yeah, first time Pokemon were in 3D. Also, it had the original starters, which was pretty nice because I was like, oh, I get two starters in this game? Nice! Weirdly enough, this game is pretty much the same size as the DS games. The only difference is this little nub, so you can't say, "Oh, I didn't know that this was supposed to put into my 3DS." And yeah, just really weird how they add that little nub, but it makes sense for how the console was designed. Now we have our third generation Pokemon remake, Pokemon Omega Ruby. So yeah, as you can tell, it is pretty different compared to its original. Yeah, I don't have the Sapphire version. I just wanted the Groudon because Groudon's a lot cooler, even though if you had to have the two of them fight, obviously Kyogre would literally beat it, and even this can represent it. This is the whole ocean, this is the land he had. It's just pretty sad. I would have to say, I honestly did enjoy this game a lot. It weirdly enough included a stealth uh, movement to where it's like if you slowly tilt the analog stick, you can go into stealth mode to where you can sneak up on a Pokemon. And that reminds me, this one included skates for the circle pad, you know, the circle thing and all that. It's basically a joystick but flat. But yeah, you could only run if you use the D-pad. And there was no option to turn off the roller skates, I don't believe. Maybe there was, maybe there wasn't. I'll probably add a little text around here somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, just really dumb how that circle pad was treated as, oh, the roller skates button. And yet I just wanted to use the circle pad for me to run. So I don't know. But yeah, Omega Ruby just added the stealth thing, which was really nice. And they never added it again. So yeah, pretty sad. That brings me up another point that I remember. This one didn't have the battle frontier, and then they mocked people, and they were saying, "Oh, it's the model. We're going to be making it soon." And yeah, there was no DLC for Pokemon 3DS games and all that. So yeah, that basically was a lie. Yeah, going on to the next game in the series that I own. In 2016, they released a demo of it, and it made me pretty excited. I have no idea why, but here it is. Pokemon Sun. This game, I was pretty excited. I love the Hawaiian theme in it. And then whenever they were saying, "Hey, that was pretty fun." And that theme, I don't know why, but it just got me hyped back in 2016. Yeah, as you can see here, buy the bracelet for the Z-Ring! Honestly, if they had the Mega Ring from Pokemon Y. That's another thing I like about this game. I just keep going back to this game. I don't know why. But yeah, the Mega Evolution, that was really fun. Sword and Shield took that out, so I don't know why. And there's most likely a chance that the remake of Pokemon Diamond is going to have it. I don't get why they did it in the first place, but sure. But yeah, Z-Ring. Go and buy it from Tommy as well. There's not really much else besides this pamphlet telling you, oh, hey, do this and that. Game manual, I think they're saying, hey, look at our game manual in the game itself. Yeah, it's nothing, just nothing. Look at this one. You get a pamphlet, you get the Wi-Fi, you get all this paperwork. And obviously, I'm not somebody who's like, oh, we gotta waste trees in order to have great artwork. But honestly, the game manual here, this is just a waste of paper. This one is just advertising something that's now out of date. So yeah, honestly, I'd rather just have I'd rather have this paperwork than having any paperwork. So really wish they did that. The next game I have here, it's not originally mine, it's my brother's, but he gave me the plastic cover for it. So Pokemon Ultra Sun. I have no idea what this is, and honestly, from what I've heard, comparing it to white version to white 2 version, it's literally the same game as Pokemon Sun as it is. I mean, honestly, I wasn't expecting much, but yeah, this is basically this and this, but a lot less features. I mean, let's see the back. I would have to say, now that I'm looking at the back, this one looks there's a lot less going on, while this one has a lot more. I also hate the term "let's go" with Pokemon because Pokemon Go, which is another thing that I could also talk about. But yeah, Pokemon Go was big, and then Game Freak was like, "Oh, let's make the anagram Let's Go," and then the worst thing they did. I have been enjoying the new Pokemon anime series, not based off of this game, but based off the new Sword and Shield games. They keep on saying "Let's go" at like the beginning of the show in the Japanese sub, and it's just really dumb. And then the main character's name is Go, and then whenever they throw a Pokeball, it sometimes says "Nice, excellent," and it's just the dumbest. Ugh. Yeah, with that out of the way, yeah, I just hear that you get the villains of the old games, some old trainers that you can fight. I think they said that they combine the games together of the original in some form or fashion. I don't know. Either way, this is not as good as Pokemon White to White 2. That's all I know. Now we come to our last stop on this Pokemon journey. And sadly, I think this is where I'm going to get pretty sad. As everyone knows, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu came out. I was like, hey, those look nice. Hopefully the new games will look nicer. Pokemon Sword and Shield were announced. I was hoping that they would get better. And this is the end product. I am very happy that I did not pay full price for this. A life hack for right now. I don't know if Walmart did it in the past or not, but for some reason in the past, DS games were $29, Wii games were $49, and that's how I saw it. And weirdly enough, I don't know if it is or isn't, but I believe some people said the Wii games were $50, yet at Walmart it was still 60. And I was like, oh, they went up in price, same as 3DS. I guess that makes sense, but I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. With Switch games, when you buy them from Walmart, they're $10 cheaper, so they are now $50. Thankfully, I only paid $50 for this at Walmart, and I don't know. I don't get how the whole thing works, but yeah, people say different things. Last 10 years of Nintendo products have been pretty weird with the price at Walmart. Yeah, here's the game. It is small. I mean, really, this is, I need to compare this to a micro SD card. Just give me a second. Honestly, look at this. Compared to a micro SD card. How did they do this with a big game? This is the first mainline HD Pokemon game, and yet they somehow were able to make it this small. And this is smaller than Pokemon Diamond. Look at that. It takes up about 2/3 of the cartridge space. Maybe even half if you really want to say that. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna have to draw the line when it comes to my appreciation to this. And this is just the cartridge of the game. If you really want to know everything bad about the Pokemon remakes, I highly recommend Radical Soda Pokemon Sword and Shield review. Oh my god, it's just a pain. And he has over 3 hours of content based around this one game. And he has other videos that are like a good hour or two long. But yeah, this one I could see where all the hatred comes from and all the weird stuff that comes with this game. It's just insane. Me and my brother, we finally got our own systems. The 3DS Pokemon, he didn't really get into that until the very end. And then he got a Switch, and I was like, oh, we could finally play Pokemon together after so many years. And then sadly, we never really did anything with this game. Honestly, like, I don't know. I thought this game was gonna be great, and then it was bad, and then they wanted DLC. And they made it $30, not the normal 20, but $30 for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, honestly, the thing that's drawing me back is just because of this game and there being a remake, and yet even though I could tell myself, oh, it's going to be a good remake, they're being made by a side company of Pokemon. It's ILCA. It's ILCA, I'm pretty sure, and it stands for I Love Computer Arts. And the only thing they've done with Pokemon, they've done other work, thankfully. I looked at a Nintendo Life article online, and they do have some stuff that can make me a bit less worried. But what makes me worried is that they made Pokemon Home. That's not even a Pokemon game. I don't. Yeah. Sadly, it has it on a sour note, but honestly, I love this series. There's so many Pokemon games that I own, and a lot of these are games that I originally owned. Maybe not a lot of the older ones, but I mean, just all of this, all of that, just so much. And I don't know. I love Pokemon. I love the concept. I remember as a kid, I was like, oh, I can't wait for it to come to real life or something cool and all that. And then you would think the Switch would be able to do it. But yeah, no, sadly not. It's still not a real dream. And that makes me really sad. But hey, maybe that Pokemon Legend Arceus could be something. But just I just gotta remember that this company makes billions and billions of dollars, and somehow they cannot make a game that is worth all that money. But I don't know. Anyways, just wanting to see the evolution of the cartridge based games. It's really crazy how far they've gotten. The first one, like I said, fits in the palm of my hand, which is still pretty nice overall. And you got the Game Boy Advance cartridge, literally taking up half of the size of the original. You got the DS games, which are thinner and still smaller, and it's crazy how much they've changed already within the 3 iterations. They got slightly bigger, but it's only because of this nub on the top thing. But yeah, same size, same everything basically. Finally, we get to the new versions of Pokemon. And just looking at that stack, and then if I put this on top, just it's just crazy how small these games have gotten, yet have more content in them. Except for that one, and not that one. No, it got rid of more Pokemon than ever. So really fun times with that. So crazy to think that this game that is so much smaller and compact holds more data and more graphics in it compared to its 25-year-old brother. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, like I said, I'm still excited to see when literally this game becomes the next big Pokemon game to come out, even though it's probably not. And all the memories I made with Pokemon will probably die if the new Pokemon game is literally this. I do not want this ever again. Yeah, I don't know anymore. I mean, I'm still watching the new Pokemon anime, and even though I hate every time they say "Let's go" or whenever they have the Pokeball say something out of it, I don't know why it would say something out of it. It's, I don't know. Thank you for watching. Going back through all these games, I mean, honestly, the real big game I had to remember was Pokemon Y. I haven't touched this game since this game come out, but at the same time, I could also say that for Pokemon Sun. I mean, this game I've only played once or twice, and that was it. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. So here's all my video games all stacked up. Turns out I forgot another one, and it happens to be Pokken Tournament, which is basically a fighting game for Pokemon. And I actually had this Mewtwo card that came with it as well. I don't know if the new Switch one comes with that. But a few other things I also want to show is a few pieces of merchandise. I probably have a few others, but yeah, for me, these are the main ones I want to show off. So the first thing I want to show off is this Pikachu amiibo. I kind of messed with it a little bit a while back, but yeah, back when Smash 4 came out, this was the first amiibo I got. And weirdly enough, I don't know why, but for some reason, for my dumb kid brain, I was thinking, oh hey, I want to get the best Final Smash character. And instead of getting Villager, I got Pikachu. And yeah, basically, I made a mistake in not getting the more valuable one. The next thing that I have that is the most recent out of everything, this Pokemon pack from McDonald's. I have not opened it yet, so I have no idea, but I have no intentions on it opening this because this is the 25th anniversary. Gotta love when that happens. And then finally, the last thing I have to show you, this is what I won at Fiesta, Texas. I got this Piplup plushie. It's pretty good overall. I would say that it could have been higher quality, but hey, it's from Fiesta, Texas. I'm happy I didn't buy this. But yeah, the reason why I got Piplup out of any other of the Pokemon plushies is because this was the first Pokemon that I ever got. And yeah, basically, when I was a kid, I really liked penguins. And to see they had a penguin at the time, I loved penguins. Of course, yeah, this was the first Pokemon I got. If it was between the other two, I honestly would have probably gotten Chimchar. But yeah, just water penguin. I love that. But yeah, that's pretty much everything else. So yeah, hope y'all guys liked the video.